I think this is a time that we now get to know you much more better. I just want us to run a bit back to where you talked about losing the job. Let's first go back there. How did it happen? What happened? Oh, before we go there, I was watching one of your reels on Instagram, where you talked about how the life was starting to crumble. You thought about having kids, then get a divorce, then you became a single mother, came with your kids to Uganda, then at the same time you traveled back to Denmark, and that's when you were cut off. I think it's time we get to know that, a bit of that.
Yeah. So it's funny because actually that video was supposed to be a positive video, but people's approach has been so different. And it wasn't like the aim of the video wasn't the divorce. It was just a fact. I got divorced and then I went to Uganda. For me, in my head, that was how it is. But people were like, "You got divorced and you're smiling. Why? So yeah, like for me, it was just like to show this transition. You can get divorced, you can live your life, you can move on, you can focus on your kids. Like this is just a part of life. And actually, it was a very positive, respectful divorce, and we cooperated very good in the start. And
in the start, and then
things can change. I didn't believe in it. I was like, no, it wouldn't change. But things change. Like, of course, you get your life, the other part gets their life, and naturally things will change. Even though in your head you're like, I was like, we're gonna celebrate birthdays together still, and for the kids and Christmas and Eid and stuff like that, but this is not how
you imagined it.
Yes, and it's okay. Like this is just how life is. But in the whole that video, the only thing for me that was painful that was losing the job, because normally when I lost my job, I've never lost it before. But if I quit a job or something, you have a partner you can rely on. But now you have nothing, and then I was okay, what do I do now?
Yeah.
But I got a very good opportunity. I went to Spain, and I actually I was a part of the team making the FC 26.
Oh, okay.
So I play football, but I don't play FC. So for me, it was just nice to have my name now in the game. So everybody who's playing FC, look for Adra Ayub. It was a nice experience, and moving to Spain, and like I got a lot out of it. So yes, I don't know why I reacted as I reacted. I just think so many things happens, and I kept pushing and being strong, and I'm a independent woman, and I'm happy, and I found Uganda, and I tried to just be that power woman, but maybe I should just be my authentic self. And again, just accept whatever feeling comes up. If it's negative, if it's positive, just accept them and just live my life. But I hit the rock bottom after that, lost my job, and from that I just rise.
Wow. Well, you spoke about how when you said it, your intention wasn't to receive the energy you got, but it is what you got. But well, in my perspective, I would say the energy came that way because it's here in Africa or here in Uganda. That's different. Being divorced, not having a job, sometimes those are links to dead ends. And I'll tell you, there are many that have reached that rock bottom and they've never climbed up till today. They are yet to tell their story. But the way you did, and you maneuvered your way, and now here you are, being a guest on our show. It's really amazing, you know. So I mean, these are things that inspire the women out there, and of course the men as well. I know some of us are just hot-headed and all of that, but we also get inspired.
No, but we talk about the men's feelings are so abandoned. Like men also, they're also allowed to be sad and cry and.
Yeah, I mean they are.
And I actually talk with a lot of men that also just hit that rock bottom, and they're like, we can't rise, we can't just move on.
It becomes a problem. It's not an easy rock bottom to get out of. Like, I don't want to compare the situation with men and women, but I'll just say for our side, it isn't that easy to just get up off and start a new life again, because there are some things we have sacrifices and all of that. But let's not go there for now.
But what I realized with my clients that were men, that were in that stage. The spark came with them when we talked again about passion. And again, go back to babies, like, or kids. When sometimes when kids are just focused on something, a phone, and they just cry, I want this phone. You need to get their focus on another thing. And I think it's the same with when people hit the rock bottom. You need to get their focus away from the pain, from the divorce or the losing a job or whatever it is, and focus on their future self instead. So focus on, try to let them envision what they're gonna be. So if someone envisions themselves, I want to be a speaker, and then we talk about how he or she can become a speaker, then this motivation will actually go away with the pain, because this is much bigger than the pain. So that's the strategy I use to get people to believe in themselves. And because if they can't envision themselves successful millionaires, reaching up there, why should they then reach there?
Okay, Adra, like for me, I'll kind of take you back again a bit. When we are talking about how the time you got divorced, how you had to stood up for yourself, try new stuff. Like my question is, like, let me say, when that happened and you found yourself, like, let me say, rotating, where, like, at a place where everything is reminding you of what happened, like, how did you come up with that energy and that mindset of saying, no, yeah, I have to leave this and try to become someone else, just for, like, for the sake of my better me and for the sake of my children?
So actually, nobody really knew I was divorced. Also, when I lost my job, so nobody actually knew I was divorced there when I hit the rock bottom. So actually, I did manage to take the external voices away. And what I did then, I told everybody I got divorced with my first video on Instagram. Why I did get that courage? I just think I believe so much in my dream. I believe so much in what I was going to do, in how much. Actually, now I'm taking you back. I took you back. I was arrested. I have been political active, even though I've been arrested twice.
Hey, you didn't mention that twice. Okay.
Actually, the reason I stopped is I got divorced, because I was like, then nobody can take everything. So I was like, you know what, I quit for now. But what happened is that I was so political active, but I was like, I feel you can't make a change if you're not known, you're not seen, and you can't make a change without money. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna get known, and I'm gonna be a millionaire. And I don't care what it takes. I don't care if I'm going and saying I'm divorced, even though I'm from an Arabic culture. You don't talk about these things. You don't go live with your vulnerable private life. That's not cool. But I was like, I know my aim is so much bigger than what's normal, what people should or should not do. If this can move things, and I just got and I'm getting opportunities of going places to make awareness of different African struggles. That's for me much bigger than me standing there and speaking about divorce and saying it with a smile. Not because I want to say everybody should get divorced, but I'm just saying I moved on. Like I'm living my life normally. It's not the end of the life.
Don't let small things break you.
Exactly.
Okay, like, you know why I ask about it, like I can give an example using myself. When I finished studies, okay, yeah, I had big dreams, being a doctor one day, which didn't happen. I wanted to go into political sciences, but didn't happen. I found myself doing business, so I can basically say I'm an accountant. But when I finished, I tried to get a job. Yeah, I didn't get a job. I applied, I never got a job. I tried several things like starting up small businesses, nothing worked out. I tried even YouTube, as I told you earlier when we were talking, didn't work out. I reached at a point whereby I told myself, I'm done. I'm done. I want to disappear. I don't want anyone to know about me, to know where I am. Like, I just go. Even my family, I don't want them to even hear about me. Honestly, and I told my mom about it. Like the day she called me, she was like, I told her, you know, today the last time we are talking. Don't think about me, think about others who are there. Just know I'm there and I'm okay. Even if I don't call you, don't call me. Just be okay. I'm also fine. She cried, but I took that decision. I couldn't leave the house. I was just staying there. You know, I couldn't help myself to stand again because I told myself I'm done. Yeah, that's why I asked you that question. What was that thing which made you to stand? Because to be honest, up to now I'm still struggling with that. There is a time I can do something, and when it doesn't work out, I'll just tell myself, you know, let's I'm done. Let me just go. So like, what what is that thing you use? Like maybe if we come up with what you used can also help me somehow to find a way to get what I can utilize and maybe motivate myself and try to reach somewhere.
So I believe that for those who believe in God, God has put a light in us, or in general, there's a light, there's a spark in us that is just there. Um, and and this is not there, like this is unique, this is our fingerprint. So everybody in this world has something that just makes them happy. And it doesn't need to be something you're good at playing violin or you can sing or whatever. It can just be something you can speak about an entire day. And with that something, you have life experience because it's something you like to talk about, it's something you maybe have researched a bit about, something you have played a little bit. You have life experience, and we normally now I feel we take so much documents and papers serious. Like you need an education, you need this, you need that. We're not thinking about the value of having life experiences. People who are in agriculture who maybe don't have education, but they have been there for decades, they can teach us much more than a book. And everybody, all of us, have a unique life experiences. Your life is not like your brother's or like mine or like whoever is in your situation. So I use the life experiences with my clients, for example, for them to be experts. So they're experts in their life experiences. When I went out first time on Instagram, I didn't even know what I was doing. I was just like, now I invested in a coaching program, of course. So I invested in knowledge about personal branding and all these things. So I got knowledge. But when I was doing the practical work, I didn't know what should I offer people, which service. When I went out there and I kept talking, I kept showing my story, my point of views, my life, I attracted the people who resonated with me. I could speak with someone from Maldives and America, Denmark, I don't know, an African country, and then what was it? The first week I think it was someone from Rwanda, and then people from different cultures resonated with a value I was speaking about. Someone who are also like a single mom and she wants to be an independent woman. Someone who a dad, for example, who's like, I actually feel I need to do something meaningful in my life, you know. And then when they see I do volunteer work, they're like, I resonate with that. Oh, I resonate with the video that you're divorced and you're happy because I wasn't. So people resonate with you, and when they ask you, can you help me with this, or oh, I like that you did this, they're actually telling you, I want this service. So I learned how to attract people instead of chasing them. And that gives you self-confidence, because when you feel you're meaningful in this world, you don't want to leave it. And you don't, and this way makes you want to wake up every day in the morning because you know you make an impact in this world.
Okay, like yes, yeah, I understand that one, but you know, like there are some times in life whereby you reach at a point where you're trying, yes, you're trying to maybe put impact. Like before I say it, you know, like something I can say about me. I'm someone. I don't know if others can testify it, but I know myself. I'm someone who cares about others more than I do
You're lying.
for myself. I can be happy to see someone else is happy, even if I myself am not. Because okay, I know I can hide it somehow, I can hide the sadness inside me because, to be honest, and I told him, my brother here, that if you ask me what happiness means, honestly, I cannot come up with a word about it. Yeah, because I'm sure that happiness is not just smiling or something like that, but I cannot come up with a word about it. So, like, what I'm trying to say is, there is a time whereby be there trying to do something to impact, but those people who are surrounding you are the one who are trying to pull you back again. Yeah.
So that's okay. That's one part. One part is making an impact, because that's what people from my side of the world, we're not thinking about making an impact always. We're always thinking individualistically. You, as someone who comes from an African country, you are always thinking collectively, but then you need something we have at that side, and that is putting boundaries. If we can't live a life where we just make impact, we need to save our own energy. So if you use all your energy on people who's not even like, they don't mind, they don't care about it, you're using your energy, then you don't have energy for yourself. So you need to put boundaries for you to rise, because they're pulling you down. What I did in my Instagram, also things that I never said. Oh my God, there's so many things.
Yeah, today
This gonna be the end of my whole community back at home. I blocked every person where I was like, I'll not feel comfortable putting my videos out there. I block. Sometimes I block people who I don't mind that they see, but I know they're somehow related to people I don't want to see. I block. Even people who are close to me, I just block them, because I wanted to create my safe space. I wanted to be myself, and I wanted to take away all the noise. So we need to put boundaries, because we can't. It is not being not nice. It is actually protecting our own energy, our own. I speak about a lot about jawhar. It's an Arabic word. Jawhar, it means like the essence, and we also use it actually for jewels. Actually, it's jewels, I think, in English. But like, we have a jawhar, we have a jewel inside us, and it is so powerful. If we just clean it, if we save it, protect it, it is so powerful. But when we let people's dirt touch it, it will not shine.
It will become priceless.
So for people here this side that are so open-hearted, warm-hearted, so collectively aware, I will say you need a bit of that, putting boundaries, because we need to be a little bit individualistic as well, because we need to take care of ourselves. In the flight, they're like, put on the, oh my God, my English. Put on safety first, and then help the others, and it will be the same for your mental health.
Wow. I think I'll come just to get a glimpse of that lecture of putting boundaries, because that's one of the things I struggle mostly with. I'm a sort of person that can welcome you. As much as I know you are the devil, I still welcome you, expecting that maybe you might change somehow. And at the end of the day, you don't. I feel disappointed, but I still welcome you again. And I've been told several times to kind of put boundaries, draw a line so that many people can't cross over, but I find myself not letting them cross over, but I myself cross over to go and help them again. So what is the most important thing that you look at while creating that boundary?
So it's a process. Like me, coming from an Arabic culture, I'm also raised with pleasing people, and we need to take care of what this person and that family means and says. So it helped me being in a culture, in a Danish culture, where they're very individualistic. It's often, what do I feel, what do I want, and it's good in very many situations. It can also be challenging in some. But I have also spoken with a lot of my Ugandan friends about putting boundaries, and it's so difficult, because it is within the DNA. Like, you're raised with, you can't just say no. You can't say no to your parents, you can't say no to family, and you can't say no to other people. But so it's a process, it takes time, but the thing you can start doing is that you can feel, do I want to do this? If you don't want to, then you should not do it. You should not say yes to something you don't want to do. Maybe it's easy on text at the start. Sometimes you forget it when you're speaking face to face. But then every time you get a message from, oh, should we go out? Think about it. Do I want to go out? I should not just say yes because I don't want to say no. That's what we often do. I had actually, I spoke with someone today, and I was like, you never say no, and he's like, yeah, but like people need my help, and I'm like, but you are not taking care of yourself. And he was like, yeah, that's right.
No,
So he knows. So you know. And again, if you go deep inside, you can feel it. You can feel, I am not taking care of myself here.
I mean, at some point, yes, you do feel that you're not taking care of yourself, but sometimes it's not that we don't want to say no. It's the aftermath of after we say no. I can be there and afraid of what you may think of me after I've said no. Because trust me, you might have not seen how quick we are to judge each other here on these ends, but we do. The moment I say yes, 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 and say no after, that day I say no is the last day I will ever hear from you. You cut ties with me just because of that one no I say.
But are they then worth having a relationship?
Well, sometimes we just try to force the relationships. Trust me. Sometimes we just try and force the relationships. Like, for example, I personally, I'm a person that I would say I don't have that much of a circle of friends that once I have a problem, I'll run to. So I try as hard as I can to please the people around me so that they don't break loose. As much as I know, whenever I have a problem, none of those niggas, as much as I have a problem, as much as I have a problem, none of those guys will be there for me. But I keep lying to myself in my head that when I help her, when I help him, when I'm in need, she'll be there or he'll be there.
And will they be there?
They won't.
And that's my point. When we stop accepting absolute minimum, our world changes. We keep accept absolute minimum because we are raised with absolute minimum. We are raised with absolute minimum sometimes in the relation, in the love, in the care, and then we go around and believe that's reality outside. Me, myself included. The second, actually, with all this, that's what also happened after I hit that rock bottom. I was like, I'll never accept absolute minimum in anything, in relations, in job, in doing whatever I want to do. When you envision your future version, when you envision yourself, let's put the millionaire thing aside, but it's very important because that also levels up our thoughts about ourselves. When we see ourselves as something high, we will not accept that for ourselves. What you accept for yourself, would you accept it for your child?
No.
Exactly. Then why do you accept it for yourself? And that's what we need to rewire. And it's a process. I have been through it as well. We need to rewire how we see ourselves. And that's why for me, my money workshop and become a millionaire, it's not just like because money or buying a Porsche or Ferrari. No. For me, it's a whole life vision that we as humans, we should see ourselves in the best way that can be there. And when we see ourselves, we expect more from ourselves. We also expect more from other people around us.
Wow. Okay. I mean,
like for me, I've understood whatever you said, yeah, and but when you said something about not accepting the absolute minimum, like as you said, we try to force things because we don't want to find ourselves alone. Most especially like when you tell someone, like say no to someone, as you said, most of them will just disappear. Yeah, and it is something I personally have experienced. Like there's some guys we met like I think 4 months ago, 5 months back, and we spend some good time together where we are. Like we are there together for like a month. Yeah. Some of them are just there, like let me say, they can come to me when they need something. Yeah. And I don't know how to say no to anyone. I don't know how to say no. You can tell me something, I'll say okay, we shall see, or maybe yes. Those are my two answers. To say no, it is something very, like I can say, it is an impossible word to me. Yeah, because most of the time like I can say I tried. I stayed with them some time back. I try to say no, but after saying no, I stayed and I started thinking about it. I was like, what is this guy going to say? What is he going to do? Will he even talk to me again? I had to take the phone and call him back and ask if he found what he was looking for, and I sent him what he wanted from me. After me saying no, yeah. So like, but now I think I've understood. I know it is hard
Hmm.
to do, and I don't know if I will manage, but I'll try my level best. You know, like, okay, like if I'm to ask, yeah, what is like, how did you find to get that courage of just saying, if someone like you don't like, for example, if I say, Adra, let us go out and chill, for example,
Hmm.
and you come just and say no.
So actually, I did it with people I don't actually have problems with, but in the millionaire community, we always speak about the ones you're surrounding is the ones who are going to define you.
Yeah.
So if I'm in a building process right now, I'm building. I want to build an empire. I can't keep going out and sitting and speak about a series of films, movies, or what did she do or whatever. I can't put myself in that situation. I need people who speak about, okay, when are we going to make the first million? When are we going to make our company bigger? You know, I need such environments for me to build myself. So actually, and it's like actually when I told my mom last week, I was like, I'm coming back to Denmark for a while. I'm not gonna see anybody. I think I'll have the time with my kids, of course, when I have to be with my kids. When they're with dad, I'm gonna build. I don't have time for socializations. I really just need to focus on myself. So when you have this big aim, you want to do a big impact. You need to start prioritizing yourself. That friend will find other friends to go out and hang out with. If if this is not an environment that levels you up, you should not be a part of it.
Some things are just easier said than done.
It is easier said, but believe me, when you this whole becoming your future self, becoming a millionaire, this mindset, it will push you in every aspect in your life, and when you begin to focus on yourself, you will attract likewise. That's what I told you. I'm on Instagram, people from around the world I don't even know resonates with me, and I can see we have some of the same personalities, attributes, and it will be the same. The same here in Uganda when I come. Like there can be people who are so different from me, they're raised so different, but there's some small thing in the personality that resonates, and we just stick together. So you have to believe in it first of all, and then the power of attraction will work. You just need to believe in it yourself. You need to believe that you deserve more. If you don't believe in it, why should the universe then believe in it? But if you believe in it, everything in the universe will push through that belief.
Okay. Another thing is, you believe in what you're doing, yeah, but you are in a community whereby no one believes in that.
That's what I'm in right now.
And there is no way for you to get out of that community. You have to be there, and maybe the only way of you getting out maybe is by succeeding in what you're doing. And again, imagine you are in the community whereby you are the only one who believes in what you're doing, but you cannot do it alone. What will you do?
So when I started, people were like, what the hell is she doing? Why is she putting herself out there? What is she wearing? There were actually also people who told me, who were like making fun, actually close people, who were like, oh, this person is want to become an influencer. And then the other was like, oh, you need to be, I have some mental issues, can you help me? And then the other was like, yeah, she needs some clients. That wasn't the entire start. And I just ignored it. I was like, I'm not going to put myself in that level. But it hurts. Like I was acting big, but it hurt. It hurt me a lot. And nobody believed in me. Nobody. Like I was just, and I invested so much in reaching where I reach now, economically, and I didn't ask anyone from help. but still, people, even though people didn't help me neither economically or mentally or whatever, but they will still judge. So that's where I told you, I blocked everybody. And I think that's why Uganda has been a space for me to shine, because here I had the courage to just be myself, find my authentic core values. And you told me that, what if you can't change your environment? You told me earlier today you did change your environment. So how comes you can't change it again?
Okay. You see, like, yes, I did change for the first time. And you know, when you feel like, let me say, as you know it already, that starting afresh is not easy. Yeah? Then just imagine going somewhere where you have never been, yeah? And you want to keep doing what you're doing. That is one of the challenge I can say that I do face, because there are some places where I reach, I introduce myself. I don't even talk about the bachelor degree I have anymore. Yeah, but I do believe and I'm proud of what I'm doing. Yeah, I do tell them I'm a content creator. Yeah. Some will try and make fun of it. Others will just keep quiet. Maybe they will talk from the inside, whatever they will say. I won't know, but those one who are going to speak it out, yeah, sometimes it will, as you said, it will hurt. Yeah, because of the way they are expressing it. They are trying, like, to be honest, not everyone in Africa believes that a content creator can be someone.
No, in Denmark as well. It's something worldwide.
Worldwide, but trust me, in
But
Africa
content
as well.
creators are making millions while doctors are working and dying and getting depression about how work. And I know, like, content creators who are doctors, and was like, I'm not healing people. I don't want to do this anymore. Like, I'm working so much and I'm not getting any penny, and I don't believe in the medicine we're giving anyway. I'm gonna go and do something holistic, and became a content creator making holistic medicine, became a millionaire. So the key here is consistency. So for me as well, it didn't just go out. Actually, I was lucky because the first video I made, it went viral because I was speaking about the divorce. But then every video didn't go viral. It was only the first video, and I didn't get clients immediately. It took time, and then I went to Spain. I was like, I'm going to Spain, and I'm just gonna, like, shine there. But it was like, I worked in Spain. Their working hours are very difficult, and I still had my job in Denmark. So I worked two places, and I had so little time for my content. So it didn't go as I wanted to with my content. But then suddenly, out of nothing, actually, I think I had 400 followers. And then I started getting clients, and now I just, with this trip, I just came and I got like more than 6,000
wow.
followers. And I told you, like, I need to outsource my work. I need someone to take over the messages, because I get so many messages right now. So many people want to, like, get help, get services.
You can hire me.
We are here for hire, no problem.
Then if you come to our workshop, I'm thinking about the ones who comes to join my workshop, I might hire in the near future.
All right. All right. When's the workshop time? We are there.
On 28th and 29th in Jinja, and if you can't attend, you can get it online. So yeah.
Yeah, we shall record it for you. Don't worry.
So it is consistency. It is, you need to find a way to shut down the noises. And I told you, have relocated before. You can relocate. You can come and be my neighbor here in Jinja. And you just need to be consistent, because you will shine. Like, people are watching. And I can also see, like, I can see some people, they're watching every single step I do, but they have never supported, they have never liked, they have never said, oh, Afra, that was actually cool. Nothing, but they watch every single step. And I don't care. Like, I'm just doing my stuff, and I'm not doing it for people's approval. I'm doing it for me. I'm doing it for the vision I have. And you believe in your vision, and nobody will believe in your vision like you do. So you're the only one who can fight for that vision by being consistent.
Actually, I can say that you're the second person who have ever encouraged me to keep doing what I'm doing.
I was the first.
Like, as I told you about my friend, other guy. When I started YouTube through gaming. He kept on, like, telling me, man, this is bad. This is bad. for me, sometimes I could take it in a bad way because, like, let me say, the equipment I had and what he had wasn't the same. His was better than mine. Then sometimes I'll say, this guy, why? But later on, I realized that he wanted me to be one of the best in what we are doing. Yeah. But why I'm bringing this up is because when I started the podcast channel, he just texted me. Actually, I'm someone who was doing things and I was shy about what I was doing. I didn't want anyone around me or close to me to find out about it.
But you're still shy though. You haven't changed. You're still shy.
It is different. Yeah, I didn't want even him. I never told him about that. I just told him, I'm thinking about doing something. But he was like, what are you thinking about? I told him one day we'll just find out. But then on I came up and I was like, why hide? And what I'm doing is going to be public. Maybe one day we'll have to find out. But he just texted me like I didn't even know. I was like, man, I've been watching what you have been doing. Just keep doing what you're doing, and actually sending me even a video of a guy has been watching who does podcasts and told me go and learn something from him. Yeah. And now you're the second person who have motivated me, and I'm sure.
And I'm a part of it, so
don't cry. Don't cry yet.
I'm sure. I'm sure if you just keep consistent, I'm not, because I have stood there. I stood there 8 months ago.
I was about to say 10 years ago or something.
Yeah, no, that's it. Like I started this year, and so I believe in miracles now when it comes to content creations and social media.
But one thing you said that resonates with me is when you mentioned when you began, the people around you who you thought would have been your first support were the ones that gave you the bad energy, the negative energy, and you kind of blocked. But well, with me, it's the same thing that happened when I started up with my podcast, We Talk 101, which is about mental health and all of that for men. The people around me, I remember my first episode, my first shot when I was with Eliakim, we were shooting to seek for sponsors. The first people that received it, they said funny emojis, blah, 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 blah. I even received calls from some of them. They're like, what the hell are you doing? And I was like, at that point, I had reached a point where I literally no longer cared about what people thought about me. Those are one of the reasons why I did this hair. Here in Africa, apparently, once they see you this hair, they judge you. So I did this hair in a form of showing them that whatever judgment you shall give me, I shall not care. I'm doing what pleases me. I'm doing what makes me happy. The same thing I did with my podcast. I received negative energy. I just continued posting. I continued shooting. Right now, I show them that right now I'm in Ginger and I am with one of the soon-to-be billionaires in some months from now, and I do not care, And that's just what I do. I do not know if it's bad energy, but you mentioned something about voodoo here in the village, so I do not know if in the city we have our
Juju.
voodoo, our juju. Yeah, I don't know if in the city we have
Voodoo
the juju.
is this. Voodoo is this.
So I'm just waiting to see, but I'm very sure it will be a success.